Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the managing director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. The reason for the quote in the title is I was recently reading a Bangkok Post article. A lot of information in here. I really urge folks who are watching this video, go check it out. The article is titled, "Grimaces Replace Smiles for Retirees." And every time I hear grimace, I always think of the big purple guy from McDonald's of days of yore. But leaving that aside, this was actually an interview conducted with the Immigration Bureau Deputy Commander, Police Major General Achayan Kraitong. And there's a lot of information in there. Again, I urge folks who are watching this, go read that for yourself, because he does a pretty thorough Q&A, and they get into some interesting stuff. But the byline here, it says, interview, law still imposes plenty of curbs on what foreigners can do. And while I would say that is true in a retiree context, it stems from the fact that retirement visas are not work authorized. And I'm not going to point out the Bangkok Post exactly. I understand the media does what it does, and it kind of tries to get broad numbers of people to read things that are on their platforms. But yeah, look, most foreigners can do virtually quite well. They can do quite a lot here in Thailand if you go through the proper channels. Set up a company, for example, if you want to be self-employed. If you're looking to be employed by an employer here in Thailand and they sponsor you for a work permit, you can work in Thailand or set yourself up as self-employed in Thailand. As we've discussed, there's other benefits under things like the Board of Investment, BOI. There's the Smart Visa program out there. There's a lot of avenues out there. But this article was specifically looking at retirees, and I have to say, I know I'm probably going to get burned a lot for this, and while I do understand there's some concern among retirees, they do want to have some more options here in Thailand. My response to that is it was set up as a retirement visa. I'm not trying to be an apologist. It just is what it is. The thinking is you're retired. You're coming here to just be retired, and working is not sort of in the cards, so to speak. Now, I do understand different people's situation is different depending on their circumstances, but I also kind of on this one understand where the Thai government's coming from, where they say, look, retirement is retirement is retirement. If you're looking to come here and just be done working, we're happy to have you. Now, in a lot of ways, and I'll be the first one to say this, could retirees be treated better? Yeah, probably in a lot of ways. But as far as the work authorization thing, that has never been part and parcel of the retirement visa. Now, I know they're kind of talking about it. They've approved things in principle and all of this kind of stuff with respect to these possible new visas for high-end, high net worth, wealthy folks, whatever you want to call it. We've yet to actually see any regulations be promulgated, so they remain kind of off in the ether. And quite frankly, and I've said this before in other videos, especially like the Smart Visa, I suspect there will only be a narrow subset of folks that these new visas apply to. I doubt it will be a real broad category. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. That's certainly possible. But the thing to take away from this video is I just don't think it's fair to call something a curb when that was how it was invented. You know, the retirement visa was invented without work authorization. That's always been a hallmark of that status. If you want to come in and retire in Thailand, happy to have you, but it's specifically designed for retirees.